The 742 from Harlow Central was never late. In 23 years of service, Station Master Gerald Obie had watched that train pull in and pull out with a kind of quiet reliability that made a man feel the world still had some order to it. He liked that about the 742. He liked that about trains in general. They ran on fixed lines. They went where they were supposed to go. There was comfort in that. At 7:39 that Tuesday morning in November, Gerald stood on platform 4 with a lukewarm coffee and watched the passengers filter through the turnstiles. Office workers, students, a mother wrestling a pushchair through the gate while her toddler tried to escape in 3 directions at once. A young couple arguing in whispers, the kind of argument that had started somewhere else and was being continued here because neither of them knew how to stop. He noticed the man in the gray coat because the man was not in a hurry. Everyone on platform 4 was always in a hurry. That was the nature of the 742. People caught it because they had somewhere to be, and they moved with the anxious momentum of people who had calculated exactly how much time they had and found it slightly less than enough. But this man walked slowly, deliberately, a worn leather bag slung over one shoulder, his eyes moving across the platform with a quietness that Gerald would later struggle to describe to investigators. Not suspicious exactly, more like final. Gerald almost said something. He would spend a long time thinking about that afterward, the almost. Instead, he sipped his coffee, and the man in the gray coat stepped onto the 742. Gerald checked his watch, and at 7:42 precisely, the train pulled out of Harlow Central, right on time, the way it always did. It would not come back the same way it left. The man in the gray coat was named Elias Voss. Or rather, he had been named Elias Voss. Whether he still was, whether names meant anything to him at all anymore, was a question that would occupy a great many people before that day was finished. He moved through the carriages with the patience of a man who had spent a long time rehearsing this moment and had arrived, finally, at the performance. Carriage F came first. His hand trailed lightly along the headrests, and beneath the third seat on the left, he pressed a device, compact, professionally assembled, the kind of thing that took time and knowledge and a particular quality of desperation to build against the underside of the frame. A soft, magnetic click. He felt it lock. He moved on. Carriage D had 2 devices, one under seat 9, one behind the overhead luggage panel near the rear emergency door. Carriage B had 2 more, each one identical, each one real. He had built them himself and had tested the circuitry 3 times because he was, above everything else, a thorough man. And because the devices needed to be credible, and because credible meant real. And he had made peace with what real meant. He didn't want to kill anyone today. He had constructed his plan with extraordinary care to avoid it. But the bombs were real, because a man who had lost what Elias had lost, and who wanted what Elias wanted, could not afford to be a bluff. In carriage A, the front carriage nearest the driver's cab, Elias sat in the window seat and opened his bag. The dead man's switch was at the top, cushioned in a folded cloth. He lifted it carefully, closed his hand around it, and felt the faint mechanical resistance of the trigger under his thumb. He reached back into the bag with his free hand and took out a photograph, a woman with dark hair, laughing at something off camera. 2 children, a boy of perhaps 8, a girl a little younger, both squinting into sunlight, both mid-run. A garden, summer. The photograph was worn at the corners from handling. He looked at it for a long time. Outside, the city was falling away behind him. A playground, a supermarket car park, a row of houses with their curtains still drawn against the morning.
I'm coming, just one more thing left.
He put the photograph back. He picked up his radio transmitter and pulled out a big pistol from the bag. Then it began.